All right, the time has come, and now I'm going to finally paint over this painting. I like it. It's served me well. It used to be on this wall, and when I had my apartment walls gray, it was a necessary hit of color. But now I'm in my pink era, and this big canvas is not serving me. No one wanted to buy it also, which is totally fine. But if someone wanted to buy it, they could have it, but no one did. So I'm going to paint over it and make it something I like. Fortunately, as I was carrying it out, I did absolutely hit the doorknob, so that dent is just there. But this is fine. This is going to be a piece for me because I want to do a landscape on it, and it's giant, and I no longer carry giant paintings to events. So yeah, I'm going to gesso over it just to give me like a bit of a ground. The paint on it is a little thick in certain places, and it is coated, like I did do a sealant over it. So I'm just going to do my best. It's fine. This is just for me. It's fine. Hello, voiceover Rebecca here from the editing bay working on this video. I'm happy to report that actually I didn't keep this painting, that someone really liked it and bought it from me. So at the end of this video, I'll show you where it is installed because I delivered and installed it. And yeah, this was quite a process. So I'm happy to talk you through a little bit of how this went, if you're in the mood for a chit chat, which hopefully you are. My process for canvas prep is fairly simple, more complicated a little bit in a piece like this. What you're seeing right now is me watering down the gesso that I tinted because I realized it was way too thick and it was covering up the guides that I drew for myself. So I mentioned that this canvas was dented. I figured out how to fix that, which is just by rubbing some water on the back of the canvas, and it just kind of goes away. I don't know. It works really well on canvases that are fresh. Maybe not repaints like this so much, but I might, if you're curious about that, maybe I'll do a little video on how to fix the dents in the canvas. In any case, I have gessoed over this. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, it's a hard G, I think, gesso. As my base, I tinted it with this, I think it's a Venetian red gesso, which I watered down a lot. I like painting on a warm ground. This is all acrylic paint, and yeah, I'm just doing it in layers. My intention for this piece was, I'm working on a landscape, maybe that's obvious, from a little video I took at Peggy's Cove, and I'll put that on the screen so you can see it for point of reference. And my goal was to really loosen up a lot. I definitely have a tendency to work really small and really tight, which is fine, like there's nothing wrong with that, but I have been feeling really drawn to loosen up my style, do something a little bit more impressionistic or a little bit less perfectionist, which is super hard. I don't know if you struggle with the same thing, but so the solutions for this are to work big, and we use a big brush. So this brush that you're seeing me use right now, it's probably 1.25 inches wide at the bristles. So it's pretty big, and I'm doing a lot of these choppy little square strokes. And I'm really happy with how it turned out overall. Like, it felt like a big, brave thing to do something like this. And also to know when to stop, which when you see the final piece, I hope you'll agree that I stopped at a good point, but it is very tempting to just keep going forever and just let that painting never finish. One of the things that I definitely struggled with was color choice for this painting, and this sort of electric green, there it is really beautiful, but the painting, or the reference I was using was actually more like goldens and browns, like it was a lot of dried grass. So that is why later on you'll see me layer on a lot of yellow. on top. And I think overall the color was balanced. I used the same color for the sky. It was a sunset scene, but like just getting to sunset, so there's still a lot of blue in the sky. So I pulled the yellow in the top and bottom that way. And I think overall the palette was harmonious because of that, just that visual balance. The decision to paint over an older painting is not necessarily an easy one. In this case, it was easy because I was really sick of looking at that bug, and this canvas was really nice. It's made by Montmartre. I actually buy them from HomeSense, which is sort of like Home Goods here in Canada. And I just love the pine wood frame that's inside them. I find it really sturdy, and the canvas quality is good. I do prime them myself. So yeah, I think it's a really nice quality, and therefore I didn't want to just let it sit around with this big bug on it, which I had enjoyed, but I painted it like 3 years ago, and just isn't representative of my style anymore. As I said, I was planning on this just being a piece for my apartment, so I was thinking more in lines of what I like to hang on my walls, and that's where this is at. The water was a difficult challenge because I'm just not good at painting water. So I decided to do it really abstract and blocky because in the video, the waves were pretty, like they were little waves, but that made a color gradation. They were darker further away. So it was almost like an ombre effect, but very speckled the whole way through. So that's why I chose to do sort of small shapes rather than a consistent block of color. I also, this little tide pool that I'm painting in is fictionalized. That's an artistic license because there wasn't one, but I felt like it needed, I don't know, we talk sometimes about, I don't know who we is. I talk about narrative in art sometimes, and sometimes narrative is not a character, but it's potential for a scene to take place there. It's detail that could be interacted with. And that's why I wanted to add the little tide pool, because otherwise you're just sort of looking at some rocks, some water, and some grass. But now there's a feature that a scene could take place in. Does that make sense? I also have this sort of island in the distance. I think using the same colors for the background and the rocks was a good choice. This is kind of a quick little video. I chopped down an hour and a half of footage that I filmed into this little video for you guys, but I really appreciated that last time I posted a painting process video, you were really lovely and gave me some nice feedback and just said you enjoyed watching. So I hope this was a zen little painting time with me. Not totally done yet, adding in that yellow. Actually added a lot more yellow. And I mix all my colors. I mainly just have red, blue, and yellow, white, and black, and I mix them all myself. There's a few small exceptions for ones that are hard, like I think the different shades of pink are quite difficult for me, and a couple shades of green, but these ones I think are all ones I mixed. I don't know, if you're curious about the color mixing process, is that even interesting? I don't know if that would be good content or not, but I have a few tips and tricks that I use for just my art that maybe I'll have to think about that. In any case, I am pretty much done this painting. Like I said, it is up in someone else's home and I think it's beautiful. This is the finished result, well lit. Happy to show you. And you can see I did like a really choppy job on the yellow grass, but I think I really like it that way. It feels very toothsome. And we won't talk about the state of my art studio in this video. Don't look at the background. Only look at the painting, okay? Promise, you're only looking at the painting. If you enjoyed this little paint with me, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment. Don't be too mean if you don't like it, but I would love to chat with you guys in the comments. And here is where it is hanging up. I had to do that installation myself, and I was very happy to do it, and I think it looks cute here. So, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching! See you later!